It's the business end of. It's the business end. We are almost to the end of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, and twists and turns and upsets are all galore. Today, we just saw the first match. Who would have thought South Africa would lose to Netherlands? And it's Pakistan and Bangladesh still going on. We are yet to reach any conclusion. And right now, I, Dhanvi Basu, on behalf of Red Sports, am absolutely delighted to be joined by Reddy and also to be able to host for the first time in person Shubhan Chakrabarti. Thank you so much. And from Australia, joining us are Boria Mojumdar and Amit. Thank you so much, gentlemen, each one of you for joining. I'll first come to Amit and Boria da. Please give us live updates. First, please tell us what was your reaction right from the first match today? Like upsets are still galore. What's happening in this World Cup?
देखिए मैं आपको बताऊंगा भारत तो जिम्बाब्वे के साथ खेल रहा है, लेकिन खुशी जो है वो आप पीछे देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान जो है पाकिस्तान जीत रहा है। यानी कि ये मुकाबला जो है ना, पाकिस्तान बनाम भारत, पाकिस्तान वर्सेस भारत, ये मुकाबला लगभग हो भी सकता है, ऐसी उम्मीद है। दक्षिण अफ्रीका पूरी टूर्नामेंट में अच्छा खेली, दक्षिण अफ्रीका पूरी प्रतियोगिता में अच्छा खेली। कोई बिलीव नहीं कर सकता था मैच हारेगा, लेकिन आप ये देखिए, ये फैंस का हुजूम देखिए यहाँ पर, और ये जल्लोश है। कोई ऐसा नहीं समझ सकता था कि पाकिस्तान जो है वो प्रतियोगिता में बड़ी बड़ी टीमों के सामने खेलने के बाद पाकिस्तान जो है वो नेदरलैंड जैसी छोटी टीम के सामने हार जाएगा। तो यही T20 क्रिकेट कहता है, T20 क्रिकेट इसी को कहते हैं। और मेरे साथ बोरियादा है, बोरियादा आपको बताएंगे ज्यादा विवरण।
You know, this is a party. 90,000 people here at the MCG for an India-Zimbabwe match. It's an absolute party. Joydeep is looking dapper in the studio. So is Shubhan. And behind us, you know, there's Vimal Kumar also. Vimal is doing salute. Come, Vimal, join. So Vimal bhi aa gaya hai yahan pe. It's all one big विमल, तुम तो चारों तरफ छाए हुए हो। हमारे दर्शकों को भी बता दो कि तुम्हारा हेल्थ कैसा है। 24/7 में 365 डेज काम करते हो।
देखिए, मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं, कल विमल भाई से विराट कोहली ने 10 मिनट बात की है अलग से, और विराट कोहली ने ये बता दिया था, उनको चुपके ये बताएंगे नहीं, लेकिन हमको पूरा पता है कि विराट ने ये उनको चुपके से कान में कह दिया है कि विमल भाई तैयार रहिएगा, एक बार फिर से सुपर संडे होगा और इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनल में आएगा।
हम लोग का सुपर संडे होगा, तो हम लोग का एक्चुअली असली सुपर संडे तो तभी होगा जब इंडिया ट्रॉफी जीतेंगे। चांसेस सब पूरा लग रहे हैं।
जी देखिए, each and every journalist,
फिर मुलाकात होती है, आप लोग कीजिए, मैं भी लाइव सेशन करके आ रहा हूँ।
So the point here, Damini, is everybody is rooting now for an India-Pakistan final. We've got kids here, we've got people from around the world. There you can see the MCG right behind us, crowds from around the world. Amit is showing you. This has been building up for the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Like you guys there in the studio, this is one carnival. It's enjoyable because the weather is good, no chance of rain whatsoever, blue skies, absolutely perfect weather for cricket. Back to the studio.
First, please give your thoughts about the really crazy right from match 1 for today, South Africa versus Netherlands. That shocker, and then all of a sudden, combinations.
Hold it.
In T20 cricket, the shorter the game, the more the upsets. You know, the difference between the teams become very, very little. Whoever plays well on a given day, even the big teams play badly. And then the game is definitely. But yeah, you can't
चलेगा ही ना, पीछे चलो ना, दिखा दो ना।
football. But you are in Australia, we are in your house. This is as good as being in Australia.
Can you just repeat the question once again, please?
Yeah, the question wasn't a question. It was Boria. You guys are in Australia. For us to be here in your house is as good as being in Australia.
Oh, yeah. I mean, next time all of us will be in Australia. What we'll do is we'll create a studio here in Melbourne, and all of us will be in Australia physically. You know, this is, as I said, I mean, to miss you guys, Shubhan, Joydeep, Damini, I mean, the rest of the team, we should all travel together because it's so much fun. We'll all be together next time, not, in a cosmic world or in artificial intelligence or platonically, but together, physically, here in Australia. Being at the MCG with Amit, we've been having a blast. Devashish is inside. Norman's doing his own stuff. Sanjay is sending us all the videos in the group, which you guys are playing constantly. It's terrific. The best part about covering sport is this fandom. You are seeing Zimbabwe fans, Pakistan fans, Bangladesh fans, India fans, a sea of blue out here. Everyone supports sport. That's what it is all about. Whoever wins, loses is fine. For example, us, and I want to make this point. We are traveling to Sydney tomorrow, and we will then go to Adelaide. So we will be the only crew which will be covering both semi-finals for our viewers. Amit and I will be in Sydney. Devashish and Sanjay will be in Adelaide. Norman will also be in Sydney with us. So 3 of us will be in Sydney, 2 in Adelaide, and the entire team will join each other in Adelaide on the 10th. So there you go. The coverage and the party will continue. क्या बोलते हो अमित?
One more thing I want to add you guys, क्योंकि देखिए बहुत ही यहाँ पर मारामारी चल रही है, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मेलबर्न से एडिलेड जाए या सिडनी जाए, सारे जर्नलिस्ट जो है वो परेशान है. फ्लाइट का टिकट
नहीं है,
डैम एक्सपेंसिव है. 50,000 के करीब फ्लाइट का टिकट आ रहा है. बसेस अवेलेबल नहीं है, ट्रेन्स अवेलेबल नहीं है, और जर्नलिस्ट अभी तक कंफ्यूज है, क्योंकि अगर आज इंडिया हारता है, खुदा ना खासा अगर आज इंडिया हार जाता है, तो इंडिया जो है वो सेमीफाइनल में खेलेगा. अगर इंडिया जीत जाता है तो इंडिया जो है वो एडिलेड जाएगा.
तो इनसे भी पूछ लेते हैं. सो आज क्या होगा, कहाँ खेल रहा है इंडिया, एडिलेड या सिडनी? व्हिच वन?
एडिलेड में खेलेगा.
So you guys will travel with the team to Adelaide?
Absolutely. Yay!
Beautiful. So there you go. You know, that's the whole fun of fans, right? That's the whole fun of fans. They are everywhere. I mean, and as Amit said, it's a big problem. What I really think is the organizers should have done better. There should have been more flights. 50,000 rupees for a one-way ticket. That's what it is from Melbourne to Adelaide. 50,000 rupees from Adelaide to Melbourne. So you're actually talking about a lakh of rupees for a return ticket, which normally costs 10,000 rupees. Back to the studio again.
A week ago, we have just booked and planned each and everything. We are just deputed our team in the 2 destinations, and we know that this kind of a situation will happen in future. तो हम लोग जो है रेव स्पोर्ट्स अकेला चैनल होगा जिनके करस्पॉन्डेंट दोनों ही सेमीफाइनल में होंगे. सो टू ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स, आपको दोनों सेमीफाइनल का डबल बोनस देखने मिलेगा, ये शो है.
अमित जी, आपने गलत टाइम पे आपका प्राइवेट जेट सर्विसिंग में भेजा.
Over to you, Damini.
Over to you.
Absolutely, such crazy scenes, and Juban finally had come to you. You know, before we India versus Zimbabwe clash, what's your thoughts? Crazy turn of events. It's all about upsets. Each and every team has lost a match and has lost to someone or the other. So, moral of the story, we don't know. We cannot be confirmed about who's going to be the ultimate winner.
Oh, absolutely. I think this World Cup, I have said it in my reviews as well. This World Cup has been all about smaller teams competing against major teams, defeating them, pushing them to the brink. And that's what we saw when Zimbabwe, Pakistan, when India
देखिए टीम आ चुका है. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ऋषभ पंत को मौका मिल रहा है भारतीय टीम में खेलने का, और जो है बदलाव दिनेश कार्तिक नहीं है, ऋषभ पंत भारतीय टीम में है. मैं आपको टीम सुना रहा हूँ. रोहित शर्मा, केएल राहुल, विराट कोहली, सूर्य कुमार यादव, ऋषभ पंत, हार्दिक पांड्या, रविचंद्रन अश्विन, भुवनेश्वर कुमार, अर्शदीप सिंह, अक्षर पटेल और मोहम्मद शमी. ये आज की भारतीय टीम है प्लेइंग 11 जिम्बाब्वे के सामने. तो कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो ऋषभ पंत को मौका जरूर मिला है. कल ऋषभ पंत काफी देर तक बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे, दिनेश कार्तिक की जगह पर उनको मौका दिया गया है. तो शायद जो है वो टीम इंडिया देखना चाहेगा कि ऋषभ पंत किस तरीके से यहाँ पर अच्छा प्रदर्शन करते हैं, क्योंकि इंग्लैंड के सामने भी टीम इंडिया को खेलना है. कहाँ खेलेगी टीम इंडिया अभी तक आइडिया नहीं है, लेकिन ऐसा में अगर आप अपने टीम मैनेजमेंट में अगर आप रोटेट करना चाहें प्लेयर्स को, तो वो एक जरूरी था। ऐसा लग रहा था कहीं ना कहीं युजवेंद्र चहल और इसको भी मौका मिल सकता है, हर्षल पटेल को, क्योंकि कल नेट में दोनों ही खिलाड़ियों ने अच्छी गेंदबाजी की थी, बल्लेबाजी की थी। लेकिन राहुल द्रविड़ का जो कैरेक्टर है, वो राहुल द्रविड़ ज्यादा बदलाव में नहीं मानते। हालांकि ऋषभ पंत, दिनेश कार्तिक का बैटिंग में फेलियर हमें देखने मिला, 3 इनिंग में कोई बड़े रन्स नहीं है, ताकि ऋषभ पंत को मौका मिला है इंडियन टीम में दावेदार। जोयदा, आपका क्या मानना है इस प्लेइंग 11 के बीच में, क्योंकि राहुल द्रविड़ ज्यादा बदलाव नहीं करते?
No, I think Dinesh Karthik has actually not been in form. जो कारण में के लिए उनको लेके गया वो हो नहीं रहा है। सब बोल रहे हैं, see, Pant is an outstanding and Dinesh Karthik को ये फील आ रहा है कि with every failure कौन पीछे बैठा है, क्या चल रहा है, सब में क्या चल रहा है, पूरे इंडिया में क्या चल रहा है। The greats of India, ultimately Dinesh Karthik.
Continue with my video.
Because of the sound here, Davini, I could not get the question because the dhol and the music and all kinds of instruments are just being played everywhere. If Amit get down this side, you will be able to see. There you go. It's all madness. It's an absolute madness. Who will say this is downtown CBD, Melbourne? This is actually India, right? This is half of India. So there you go. I could not actually hear the question. But the fact of the matter is, if this team wins tonight, they go to, fingers crossed, Adelaide, and Pakistan plays Sydney. So the chance of an India-Pak final is still alive. And now everyone on my left here, they're trying to do face paint. There's an India-Pakistan gang crowding up. This is top stuff. This is downtown Melbourne, but nobody will believe this. Back to the studio again.
Absolutely. And Shubham, I have a question to that with what you were saying before I get on with my
See, this World Cup has all been about bigger teams punching above their weights, and that's what Netherlands have done in this World Cup. Yeah, that is why
Much better. This is looking much better.
because we have a fresh update that the toss has been won by India and they have elected to bat first in this clash with Zimbabwe.
Rohit Sharma, first of all, thank you the movement and for him. Of course, Rahul got. Now it's all about momentum. Whether you are playing Pakistan or whether you are playing New Zealand or England, you want to get to good frame of mind, and that is what you have to do.
Yeah, we have to look at the pitch. We don't know. Probably it's a pitch which is good for batting. You want to put runs on the board. India is in. We want to have a proper bat, enough net. We need to have some match, which is nets.
Sit and do.
Often comes like this. Who are relaxed. It's a great point. A World Cup. We have done well. 7 teams, there was 2 halves, first half, second half. Now in the second half, there are the other teams. Now Sri Lanka, Netherlands game, Sri Lanka will not be able to take it easy. Neither will anybody be able to take it easy.
Absolutely.
So that's good for the game, and this is how maybe in 20 years, 30 years, maybe 10 more teams will come.
True.
And one day we'll be where we need to be in global sport.
And continuing with insights, we'll talk a bit more about the toss. अमित जी और बोरिया दा, हमें बताइए कि वहाँ का मौसम कैसा है, माहौल कैसा है, क्योंकि टॉस जीत के जो है इंडिया ने पहले बल्लेबाजी करने का निर्णय लिया है।
देखिए, आसमान तो पूरा साफ है, बादलों का नामो निशान नहीं है, और मेलबर्न में आज गर्मी भी रही है पूरे दिन में। 22 डिग्री 25 डिग्री टेम्परेचर रहा है, आसमान में बिल्कुल बादल नहीं है। इसी वजह से टीम इंडिया ने जो है वो बल्लेबाजी करना चाहा है। ओपनिंग स्लॉट जो है वो पूरी तरीके से अभी तक ओपनिंग टॉप 3 बल्लेबाज चाहिए, वो स्ट्राइक पावर प्ले में नहीं मिल पाई। हमने बांग्लादेश में भी देखा, बांग्लादेश के सामने मुकाबलों में एक पावर प्ले में लगभग 70-80 रन का जो एक स्कोर टीम इंडिया खड़ा करती थी, वो कहीं ना कहीं लैक होता हुआ दिख रहा है। शायद आज रोहित शर्मा के बल्ले से रन निकलेंगे, केएल राहुल ने हाफ सेंचुरी जरूर लगाई है, लेकिन एक लंबी पारी जो दोनों ही ओपनर जो है पहले 60, 70, 80 रन की पार्टनरशिप करते थे, वो कहीं ना कहीं ये विश्व कप के सारे ही मैचेस में नहीं मिल पाई है।
देखिए, only Virat Kohli has scored in the top 3, right? Nobody has scored consistently other than Virat. Now that's a problem. Against South Africa, you were caught out. You were caught out because there was a top order collapse. And in all likelihood, you're going to play England in the semi-final, which is the best team in the tournament. You start as underdog. If you today ask me against England, how do you rate India? Clearly, India will go in as the underdog because the top order hasn't performed. You came out of jail against Bangladesh. That is a match that Bangladesh should have won. So there are problems with this team. It's not as if we've looked great. Today is your last opportunity to iron everything out. Rohit gets runs, KL gets some consistency. Dinesh Karthik has not scored, so Rishabh Pant comes in. So there are some areas. Hardik with the ball. Hardik hasn't scored also, except that match against Pakistan. So you would want to get all of these problems sorted today, so that in the semi-finals you come out 100%. Back to the studio.
एक बात और मैं इसमें ऐड करना चाहूंगा, अगर हम आज का मैच जीतते हम एडिलेड में खेलेंगे। एडिलेड के मैदान छोटे हैं, इंग्लैंड के पास बहुत ऐसे पावर हिटर्स बैट्समैन हैं जो 200 रन मारने की क्षमता रखते हैं। भारतीय टीम ने अब तक जो आंकड़ा है वो 200 के आसपास भी नहीं छुआ। 160, 170, 180 तक इंडियन टीम जो है वो स्टक रही है। एडिलेड में अगर आप बांग्लादेश के सामने खेले थे, बारिश आई थी, बात अलग थी, लेकिन अब एडिलेड में भी, सिडनी में भी हर जगह जो है वो सनी मौसम आपको मिलेगा। ऐसे में आपके जो भी ओपोनेंट हैं, यहाँ से आपका नॉकआउट रन शुरू होता है। एक भी गलती भारतीय टीम को भारी पड़ सकती है। ऐसे में आज इसलिए टीम इंडिया ने बैटिंग चुनी है, एक लंबा टोटल खड़ा करना चाहेगी ताकि ये मोमेंटम जो है वो एडिलेड या तो सिडनी, टीम इंडिया जहां भी खेले उसके लिए जो है वो बरकरार रहे। ओवर टू स्टूडियो।
And since India have elected to bat first, Joyra and Shubhan, it's a house question. I need both of you to share your thoughts. Is India's batting lineup is once again not. They're having to be more dependent on their bowling department. Again, wanting to bat first in this game against Zimbabwe. Because Zimbabwe are playing very, very good cricket. You expect Team India's batting order to fire today?
I always expect India's batting to fire, and it's not that if India loses the game, they sit in the semis. So that is one pressure off. But I would really want people like Rohit, KL, and everybody else in the team also, Hardik also, to fire, because there will be a game, and in playoff time, what happens if Virat and Surya get out early? Who's going to bail them out? So ideally, you want to see, this is a game of form. Form is not a back and call. So if it's not there, it's not there. It's not that he's not trying, or Hardik is suddenly said, oh, I'm going to just go stone cold for a while. It's not like it's not happening for them. And it's so they're trying, they're doing their best, but it's not happening. But in the larger picture, if it happens, it's good. See, when Virat was out of form, a lot of other players were in form.
Yes.
Now Virat and Surya are in form. There are three of players who have gone stone cold. That's why we see feeling it even more. Virat was off form for a while, but Rohit was in form, KL was in form, Surya was in form, Hardik was in form. So you didn't feel it so much, but now you're feeling it.
Right.
Because suddenly it's two players just standing out there every day, and playoffs coming. You're wondering, what if these guys get early? What happens?
Absolutely. And Shubhan, if you could just take a cue, it's a very important point that you said. If some players are in form, players are going stone cold. So that partnership needs to be there.
Absolutely. A collective performance is always hard to beat. Because Surya scored 74 at it's difficult to post a 200 and 210 run total, and against the side like England, Cummins said, they are well capable of posting 200, chase down 200 with ease. They have that sort of firepower, and now the preparation will be for that semi-final. The mental state, the Indian team would want to get into that gear pretty quickly, and that's why I think that the reason to bat first and get that momentum. India are a great chasing team. Any team in T20 format are great chasing team, but batting first is where the struggle comes. What kind of total you would want to post, and that is why India are batting ideally.
Exactly.
And just on that, see what happens is one is being stone cold. If you are warm, it's fine. Not everybody is going to be Surya and Virat.
No.
Usually, if you see all the successful teams, there are one or two who are playing at a different level, but there are others supporting. So a 31 ball 42 will do the job. At the end, a 22 ball 37 does the job.
Yes.
This is what you need. So everybody's not going to be 22 ball 50. No. But that's Hardik right now. That is Virat and KL. The others, if they can just play the supporting role well, then we'll be near to win it.
Absolutely. And I take this opportunity, Amit ji ने तो हमें playing 11 दे दी है टीम इंडिया की, लेकिन जो प्रोटोकॉल होता है कि दोनों playing 11 की टीम में टॉस जीता है तो playing 11 इसके जब Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Shami and Arshdeep Singh. And for Zimbabwe, here we go. Weasley Madhivere, Craig Irwin, captain. Regis Chakabwa, Sean Williams, Sikandar Raza, Tony Monyonga in place of Luke Jongwe. That's one change they make. Ryan Burl. Wellington Masakadza also comes in place of Milton Shumba, Tendai Chatara, Richard Gawara and Blessing Muzarabani. So Zimbabwe made two changes. Let's talk a bit about Zimbabwe. Two changes.
It is obviously need. One of those two. Even now that but to hold it off.
Oh, I mean, Joyla said it earlier as well. Dinesh Karthik, he was not scoring runs. Let's be honest, and there was so much of expectations after what he did for RCB. And in World Cup, he just became cold. Stone cold is the word for that. And I mean, it feels hard because he has worked hard for it. But Rishabh Pant equally deserves a chance, deserves a go at. And it would be very hard on Rishabh Pant had he played the semi-finals directly without they playing this match. So if he does well in this match, then you can try out Rishabh Pant in the semis as well. If not, then you have the option of Dinesh Karthik who has been playing for India.
Absolutely. And Abid ji और बोरियाला एक प्लेयर के बारे में जिम्बाब्वे आप हमें बताइए कि टीम इंडिया को यू नो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं उन्हें पोस्ट करना चाहिए क्योंकि जिम्बाब्वे से जो सिकंदर रजा है वो बहुत उम्दा बल्लेबाजी।
देखिए, सिकंदर रजा एकमात्र ऐसा खिलाड़ी है जो है वो गेम चेंजर के रूप में माना जाता है, चाहे वो गेंदबाजी हो चाहे बल्लेबाजी हो, और वो 360 प्लेयर है। अगर आपको वो गेंदबाजी में काम नहीं करके देगा तो आपको बल्लेबाजी में करके देगा। और ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा उनका कॉम्बिनेशन काफी अच्छा है। इरवाइन उनके पास है और शॉन विलियम्स है, और अभी मैं और बोरियादा जो है वो एक बॉलर के बारे में बात कर रहे थे।
See, Blair Muzarabani is one bowler who, he has impressed one and all. He's got the height. He will hit the deck. He'll get the bounce. He was part of the Lucknow Super Giants team as a trial, in the squad as a net bowler, and he has impressed for the last couple of years. He's an extremely impressive bowler. And in the last couple of years, Zimbabwe under Lalchandra Rajput, David Houghton, they are a good side. So if India underestimates, so there is a tad amount of complacency, India might have to pay the price. So Sikandar Raza, Sean Williams, Craig Irwin, and of course Blair Muzarabani. There's some good players there. And of course Shubhan's friend, Ryan Bull, right? So there are multiple players in that side who can shock you. No team can feel comfortable against any side and take each other lightly. Take Netherlands, they've knocked South Africa out. You've seen Namibia doing that to Sri Lanka. You've seen multiple sides suffer. And this is India's last frontier. Don't lose this. You win this, top the group. Now you might say that, so what if India loses, we play New Zealand. It's a weaker opponent compared to England. Doesn't happen like that. Carry the winning momentum into the semi-final. Go with your best team. Put your best foot forward in international sport and go win it. If this Indian team goes on to win the World Cup, that's what all of us want a week from now. Yes, Amit.
और देखिए, ये टीम मैनेजमेंट का मेरे को एक बात काफी अच्छी लगी है, क्योंकि पेस बॉलर्स को आराम दिया जा रहा है। जैसे हमने देखा, टीम ने केवल एक ही प्रैक्टिस सेशन किया, एक दिन ट्रैवल था, दूसरा दिन जो टीम का रेस्ट डे था, और कल प्रैक्टिस सेशन हुआ। टीम में तीनों ही पेस बॉलर को रेस्ट दिया गया था। टीम मैनेजमेंट यही सोच रहा है कि ये बॉलर्स जितना कम स्ट्रेस लें उतना उनके लिए अच्छा है, क्योंकि ये आते हैं ग्राउंड में अपना परफॉर्मेंस देते हैं, बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस 100% और जाते हैं। तो टीम मैनेजमेंट जो है वो कोई भी बॉलर्स पर ज्यादा लोड देना नहीं चाहता यहाँ पर। और जिस तरीके से राहुल द्रविड़ के अंडर टीम शेप अप हो रही है, टीम अच्छा कर रही है, बस आज का एक मौका है टीम को, जो ओपनिंग स्लॉट जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं क्लिक नहीं हो रहा पावर प्ले में, आज वहां पर टीम इंडिया को काम करना है। अगर ये हम ठीक कर लेते हैं तो सेमीफाइनल में शायद हमें फायदा होगा।
So let me ask Joydeep and Shubhan. My take against England is India start as underdogs. Do you agree? Because England also struggled yesterday. Am I right in saying that, or you have a different opinion? Joydeep first, and then Shubhan.
No, I off air before we started the program, I was telling Shubha that England is the favorite for me with the India-England game. That's how good they are. And this game is on form. I think India is scraping through. India is scraping through. They're just getting by. Okay, they're not a team in form, and that worries me because in the playoffs, one game Virat gets out for early. Hardik, Surya plays one of these shots which doesn't come off. Who are we turning to? We've got two people who are in the microwave and about four in the stone cold in the fridge. We need a couple of people out in normal to support the two people who are in the microwave.
And for me, Boryada, you know that I have said it before as well. England are the team to beat in this World Cup. In white ball format, T20, 50 overs, the template they have set, it is magnificent to watch. If they click together, if that batting unit click together, it's done. It's done for any team in the world, and we are seeing what Mark Wood and Sam Curran are doing with the ball. 154 clicks, 155 clicks, you have to face that in Adelaide there.
And also too many players who can do multiple roles. That's something that we don't have. There are 7 or 8 guys who can bat, bowl, field anywhere. It's a multi-dimensional team. You know the county cricket system as well as anybody. You know their influx of players is a lot. They have a lot to choose from. New players coming up all the time. And
there is also a thought, Joydeep, that we avoid New Zealand because they have been our nemesis in World Championships and ICC tournaments for a long time. So you want to avoid New Zealand and try and meet them in the final. Or you might expect that Pakistan knocks New Zealand out and we get Pakistan here at the MCG a week from now. Imagine what atmosphere that will be. I mean, 90,000? Forget it. 24th September for an AFL game, MCG touched its capacity, 124 people. 100,024 people is the capacity of this particular stadium. David Studham, my friend, says it will be increased further. Another 5,000 maybe in next 2 years. So 105,000. I can tell you there will be 150,000 Indians and Pakistanis here a week from now if they play the final.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. My goodness. So many permutations and combinations. This World Cup will be remembered. It's one for the ages. My final question from Team India's bowling department before I conclude this session is, please tell me, how come, pacers are more successful than the spinners? They're doing a good job. What's keeping the spinners from not being that?
I think that we've got only Ashwin playing, who's the main spinner. Akshar is more of a guy who's in between. We are playing Akshar, the all-rounder.
Yes.
So he holds his own with the ball, but he needs wickets to help him. And the wickets are not helping him over there. So that is why. But our fast bowlers also, the conditions are very good for fast bowling. So they're suiting them more. And now, so when you know that you can't get runs against fast bowlers, you try and take on the spinners. Ashwin is a different ball game. Let's get after Akshar. That's why he's feeling the heat a little bit now. But on the other hand, New Zealand, East Shodhi and Sangha are superb.
Yeah, right.
Because they spin the ball on any wicket. So today, if we had a proper spinning, Jail was playing all these games, he would have been in the mix. But because the batting becomes weak, we got to play Akshar and Ashwin, which I completely agree with. But Akshar is a left-arm spinner who can bat and field. He's not a spinner. That is what usually the change is. But he can't play because his batting is not good enough. But Ish, Sodhi and Santner being spinners, them having a slightly longer batting than us, helps them come ahead and they've been superb.
I think the conditions suit the pacer there in Australia. That's the primary reason why India have been reliable on Hardik Pandya. They are reliant on Hardik Pandya. They are using him properly as a fourth pacer in this team. And of course, when your fourth pacer and all-rounder is bowling on your four over quota, then you have an Ashwin who gives you guaranteed 4 overs. That's your 20 overs complete there. So that is the main reason why the pacers are more successful here.
Okay, absolutely. And with these thoughts, we come to the end of this pre-match show between India and Zimbabwe. And of course, I'll not exclude my final segment segment which I always keep, that is matchups and your respective player of the matches. We begin first with Boriada and Amit. फटाफट बता दीजिए आपके matchups और player of the match इस गेम से.
देखिए मेरा तो बैट हमेशा से सूर्य कुमार यादव पे रहता है क्योंकि मिड ओवर में आते हैं संकट मोचक और दादा थोड़ा बॉम्बे का प्यार तो बनता है बॉम्बे प्यार बनता है लेकिन या तो रोहित है तो सूर्या मेरे दो प्लेयर
बताइए
बोरियादा कभी प्लेयर्स कौन से बोरियादा
नहीं देखो यार, you want Rohit Sharma to score because the captain has to score. It's very, very important ahead of the semi-final. So let's back the captain to score tonight because unless the captain scores, unless the openers fire, it will be a problem against England. Not one player, not Kohli, not Surya. You want the team as a collective to perform in that semi-final. So I would want Rohit Sharma to score tonight.
Even I am backing Akshar Patel also, not being a Gujarati, but being a very good left-arm spinner. So Akshar Patel would be the key player maybe here, and maybe if he's getting the chance in Adelaide, so might be Akshar Patel would be the key player for the Indian team.
So you mean to say not only being a Gujarati, but being a Gujarati left-arm spinner?
Every day at night, he comes back after roaming around the streets of Melbourne at 3 a.m. in the morning. What he does, I don't know because I sleep. And he comes and makes his missile pav on some whatever he cooks himself and eats and gets up at 12 in the noon. You know, that's Amit Shah's routine for you in Melbourne.
See, I'm getting all the Mumbai stuffs in Melbourne and all the Mumbai feeling here, and must be Georgia knows there are plenty of Mumbaikars. They are here. They lives in Melbourne. So I'm just so just we need all players. सारे प्लेयर्स जो हैं वो अच्छा करें यहाँ पर बिकॉज सेमीफाइनल के पहले का ये आखिरी मौका है टीम इंडिया की जितनी गलतियां अब तक टूर्नामेंट में हुई है वो सुधारने का एक आखिरी मौका अगर टीम अच्छा करती है डेफिनेटली हमें सेमीफाइनल फाइनल दोनों में फायदा होगा.
And for Joyda, I'll just request you to give your matchup because I won't ask you your
my key players, but for my blue chip shares are always there. They're in the locker. They really want Rohit and others to come because it's semi-finals.
Very true.
Seriously speaking, let's back Rohit, let's back Pant, let's back Hardik. Let these guys join the KL Rahul because if we want to go into a semi-final and maybe a final, knowing that we're all doing good, not depending on मेरा रन नहीं बने, तेरे भी तो रन नहीं बना, इसके ऊपर depend कर रहे हैं. So it just creates a little bit of insecurity. So when you go out to field, you feel that run nahi bane. They might show all that, but in between, every player feels that to the ball. So you don't want that feeling in a knockout game.
And matchup?
Matchup for me, I think will obviously be Indian batting against their bowling. I want the Indian batters to be at the 15 overs, 137 for 1 or 2. That will. It's not 150, I know it's not 10 runs and over, but 137, 135 in 15, 16 overs for 1 or 2, which means our people are informed. That's what I want.
And Shubhan?
Blessing versus both the openers, Rahul and Rohit, it will be the matchup of the day. Blessing has been so good for Zimbabwe, and we know, as Boriada said, that we want all our batters to come together as a collective unit.
So that was a very straight cut answer from Shubhan and Jaydeep Mukherjee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Damini Basu on behalf of Rev Sports. Was extremely delighted to be joined by Amit Shah, Boria Bujumdar from Australia, and from the studio you were hearing Jaydeep Mukherjee and Shubhan Chakravarti. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining and sharing your thoughts with us. Bless you. Bless India, and this was the pre-match show of India versus Zimbabwe. Let's enjoy a good game of cricket, and we'll join you in the post-match show. Thank you so much.